Hey, this is David Richter Scale Studios. I guess this is 3D printed spaceship review week. You're looking on my Prusa Mark III. This is from Imperial Terrain. This is Vando's ship. It is a $8 STL from Imperial Terrain, obviously, and I think they sell printed pieces also, just like Corvus Terrain on the Bounty Hunter ship I did on the video a couple videos ago. So I'm going to take this off the build plate. This is printed while I was out doing my real world work. One thing I love about the Prusa, these things come off real quick, even when it's warm. And like you said on the Anycubic, that was ice cold when it came off, so it just popped off like it was nothing. This looks another easy cleanup. The 4mm Simplify 3D slicing supports popped off nicely. And this was a little easier to print, I think, because it really fit flat. Maybe not on there. Let's see what else we can pop off of this real quick. And I think that's it for these. These are not going to be as easy to take apart. There's another piece there. And this has a asymmetrical wing on it. Like one's tilted down. It's kind of cool. Asymmetrically, the one tilted down's got a weapon on it. They both have engines. One engine looks a little bit bigger. More supports I've found. And I don't know how to get these out. These are going to be a little more difficult than the engines on the other one. These are a little more substantial in these ports. Let me go back as the usual video and get my pliers. Okay, I'm back. Got my pliers. Try not to stab myself or pinch myself like I almost did in the last video. Oh, there we go. Oh, nice. Well, I like this how it has kind of like a vent system in it. It'd be kind of cool. You can sculpt something, maybe in some resin flames or something to throw in there. A little more difficult to clean out. These, I don't know how I'm going to get these out. That's really crazy how these are. It's not the model's design. It's the way the Simplify 3D generates supports. And I shouldn't have even had supports on this part, but I didn't do the custom supports. And this is not going to be the, this is not a deal breaker or anything. Let's see if I can dig into those. Maybe. And stop holding my breath while I'm doing it would help too. Try to keep this on. Well, you know what? I'm not going to be able to get this out on camera. But it is a cool design. This is very substantial. Oh, and the landing gear is really cool on this. It's got these skids, and obviously it printed straight up like that, so way above a 45-degree angle, so I need no supports on that whatsoever. Nice weapon built in. This is going to be so... These 3D printing and with Star Wars Legion, the terrain board is going to be amazing. Also, something like this. Also, I'm a Necromunda collector, and I don't know if I'm really a player yet, but this would look awesome on a Necromunda board as some kind of shuttle in the underhive to get from building to building or something like that, or a, like I always say, objective piece. Because if you read some of the novels, support novels and stuff, there is spacecraft and their vehicles in Necromunda. And that kind of looks that kind of bulky kind of look, and paint it and ding it up, make it look more industrial. I'm going to take the camera over to the Anycubic after this, and there's a little accessory piece I'll show you. Be back. Okay, we're back. Okay, this is the radar dish. It attaches via a magnet to the ship. So, it's also a beta design according to the website, and also my email I got from Imperial Terrain. And this is my Anycubic Ultra Base. This is cold for hours, obviously. So this should just pop off. And like the other ship, from Corvus Games Terrain, 0.2 layer height, 10% infill. I did that on the ship. This is such a tiny detailed item. And plus the Anycubic, I don't trust as much as I do the Prusa. I put this at a 0.12 and a 30% infill, just in case. And you can see all the stuff comes off nice. The supports came right off. And I'm just going to see how this puts together. So let me get on camera here. So, okay, I see this thing is probably going to go like that somehow. I really don't know how this thing even builds. Or, huh. It looks like it goes like that, or oh, here we go on the back end. Okay, that goes like that. Oh, okay, no, this is easy. Okay, then this piece has these little divots in it, and I got this with PLA and fitting stuff together like this is some kind of a sketchy thing without breaking. Doing this on camera is ridiculous. I need more light. This will be a struggle. Oh, got it. Okay. So this is probably going to need some glue. And this goes like that. In the back. Okay, there we go. That is a cool little piece. Let's get the ship over here. So I don't know if that goes on like that. Like a little, there's some divots in here. So maybe it gives you choices, maybe. Or here. Wow, this is cool either way. That is a cool little detail I have on there. Oh, like, did I say before, there's a crash version of this, just like the Bounty Hunter. I'll put a photo of that up right here, right now. And like I said, these will all be painted eventually. I will be doing long form videos, or I'm not sure on that yet. Long form or edited videos on the painting, because if you ever look at some of my older videos from back in the day when I was doing competitive painting, they were multi-part pieces. There's even one called the land speeders that I rehabbed from a swap meet. I bought a bunch of land speeders from, and I rehabbed them from cracked green spray painted plastic up to a at least games table standard now. Beside the point. But I'm going to end this video here. This is a really cool ship. I love that radar dish. And that must be another way to put it on over here. There's some really cool like accessory points. And this is something else you could take onto Tinkercad and just add some really cool stuff. I don't know if that fits in there somehow. Maybe. I did a 5-layer height too. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's kind of cool too, because it looks like a power supply for the radar to make it like more high-powered communications or detection system. A really cool piece. I really love how these smaller companies are stepping up with really cool designs. Imperial Terrain, obviously, and Corvus Terrain. I think they do some partnering on Imperial Terrain site with some corridors that Corvus does. And I have to admit, this has made the 3D printing hobby so much more fun. And also, there's Thingiverse, but I think when people have a little bit of incentive with a little bit of money making it behind it, and $8 for something you can print out till you lose your mind or run out of filament is also a great deal for this stuff. So as usual, thank you for joining me and supporting my channel. I love being part of this hobby. If it's wargame painting and the 3D terrain, I've dabbled in it off and on for 4 years and kind of dove into it hardcore last December, buying up machines. And the CR10 is still in pieces. It's not broken, just being upgraded. The printer bot is going to be put together, probably donated. And I did a Kickstarter on the Kudo Bean resin printer, and I'm really looking forward to that because I want to do miniatures and things in the, for that. It'd be great doing for like non-player characters for Necromunda and Star Wars Legion. If you have like little townspeople and stuff like that. Those are my 2 main games now. Still love 40K. Still have my giant board up. All the other games are kind of slowly going away. I'm selling them off. I'm not going to hux my eBay stuff on here, but I've been slowly putting stuff on eBay and selling off my hoard, I guess. But it is feeling good to get thinned out and getting more concentrated on maybe just 2 or 3 game systems instead of having 6 or 7. So thanks again.